where we're going to take up the next chapter, electric current and its effects. And the topics in this chapter are what are the things that we're going to study in this chapter are electric current, that is, we'll try to define electric current, the different electronic components, then what is an electric circuit, heating effect of electric circuit, magnetic effect of electric circuit, what is the meaning of electromagnet, and we're going to study about the electric bell. Now, the most convenient source of energy is electricity. Now, electricity has a very important role because it is used to run so many electrical appliances like an electric bulb, television, a stereo system or a refrigerator, a washing machine, computers, etc. So I don't think we can live without electricity. I think it will become very difficult if there is no electricity at home at all. So I don't think we can imagine a world without electricity, and electricity has a very, very major and a very important role. Now we know that electricity is produced at power stations from where it is brought. So the electricity which is produced in the power station is brought to your houses through the thin wire and electric poles networks or underground cables. I think all of you would have observed that there will be a wire line which is taken from the pole outside your house through a cable, and that electricity is pulled into the meters in your house. So here what we can define is this electric current is what? It is the flow of electricity through conductors. Conductors, you know, are those substances which allow current to flow through them. So electricity is very important, and it is very important. And how do we define electricity? Now, when we say electricity is a flow of electrons around a circuit, right? So what is this flow of electrons? What do we mean by the word electrons? Now, as I told you, electricity is the flow of electrons, right? Now, what is this electron? I think all of you are familiar with the word electron, and I think most of you also know that the atom is the smallest particle in any substance. So substances are made up of atoms, right? Now, what does this atom consist of? This atom, say for example, you have conductors. Let us take for example conductors. We know that copper is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Iron, aluminium. Now, all these are made of atoms. Now, what is this atom made up of? The atoms are all made up of neutrons, protons and electrons. Are you understanding? Where the neutrons have a neutral charge, they don't have any charge. Protons carry positive charge and the electrons carry negative charge. And it is believed that these electrons revolve around the nucleus. Can you see the nucleus there in the picture? So around the nucleus we have these electrons revolving in orbits, right? So they are negatively charged, and they can either be free or they can be bound to the nucleus of an atom. Okay. So in electrical conductors, current flows due to the movement of electrons from atom to atom. Have you all understood? So there is movement of electrons, and this, so when we say conductor, conductor is the one which allows electricity to flow through it, because conductors are substances which allow electricity to pass through them very easily. So there is flow of these electrons, and that is how we define electric current, or electricity is the flow of the electrons. Now children, do you recall your S2S class in class 6? And you would have studied in class 6 about electricity. And I hope all of you remember that you were given a piece of wire, a cell, and a bulb. And you were asked to make a circuit of your own, and you were asked to make the bulb glow. Right? I think you remember this, right? So now most of you tried doing it, and many of you could make the bulb glow also. So you tried to make your own electrical circuit, right? Now the same way, when you make an electrical circuit, you need to have certain components with you. And these components, these electrical components, are given few symbols, and it will be easy for you to draw a simple electric circuit using the symbols. Okay, so say for example, I hope all of you recall the electric cell which you had. This electric cell has a positive and a negative terminal. If you had observed carefully, or if you don't remember, or if you don't recall, you can try doing this at home also. You can just take a simple electric cell and just make a note over there. On the cell, there is a positive terminal and a negative terminal, right? Now this cell is represented by the symbol with a long line and a short line. Can you see the symbol over there on the slide? Please make a note. The long line is the symbol which shows the positive terminal, and the short line shows the negative terminal. Am I clear? So that's the first symbol which will represent a cell in your electric circuit. The second one is an electric bulb. How will you identify an electric bulb? You cannot draw the whole bulb, right? So the indication of the electric bulb can be done in such a way where you can see the second symbol over there. That is, next to the bulb, you can see the symbol, and you should know how to draw the bulb in an electric circuit. The next one is when you have the switch in the off position, you will have to draw a line which will not touch the two terminals over there. Okay, the switch in on position will show such a way that the line touches both the points over there. So then there is flow of electric current. So when the switch is in the on position, there will be flow of electric current. When the switch is in the off position, there will be no flow of current. Right? Am I right? Okay. Now look at the next one. Look at the battery. Now what is a battery? A battery is a combination of two or more cells. Can you see that there? So you have one long line, one short, one long, one short. So you have 2 to 3 cells, and a combination of these cells forms the battery. So notice that the positive terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of the next cell. Such a combination of 2 or more cells is called a battery, and we have devices such as torches, transistors, toys, remote controls use these batteries. Have you understood this? This is a battery. The next symbol there is a long line which is drawn there, which represents a wire, which is very important for electric current to flow. So children, you need to learn to draw the symbols for each and every electronic component. Now children, I hope all of you can recall the lesson that was taught to you in 6th standard on electricity. And when you were taught this lesson, you were given a few components and you were asked to make an electric circuit of your own, or you were given a piece of wire, you were given a bulb, and then you were given a cell, and you were asked to make the bulb glow. So I think most of you could do it, and you were all very happy and excited about it. So the things that were given to you, say the cell, the wire, the bulb, they are all the components that are required to make an electric circuit. Now these components are given certain symbols. You have to identify them with symbols and make use of them when you're drawing an electric circuit. Now the first thing there is the electric cell, which all of you are very familiar with. And if you very closely observe the electric cell, on one side you have a plus mark and the other side you have a negative minus mark. And that plus mark shows that it's the positive terminal and the minus shows the negative terminal. Now how will you identify this in an electrical circuit? So when you're drawing an electrical circuit, if you want to show the electric cell, then the symbol that is used over there is one line, can you see, which is the long line, and the other, which is small, which is a shorter line, and the long line represents the positive terminal and the small line there represents the negative terminal. So the next is the electric bulb. Now if you need to draw the electric bulb in the circuit, then you use this symbol which is shown on the slide, the second diagram. Next, switch in, the switch that is used, which is very important for the current to flow. So if it is in the off position, you have to draw the same way which is drawn in the third diagram, which will show you that there is no flow of electric current. Next, switch in, that is in the on position. With this on position, there will be flow of electric current. Okay. Now the next one over there is a battery. Have you ever wondered what is the difference between a battery and a cell? There is some difference. So a battery is nothing but it is a combination of two or more cells. Can you see on the slide? You have 2 or 3 cells over there. So a combination of this will form a battery. Am I right? And have you understood? So many devices such as torches, transistors, toys, remote control cars, your batteries, these are the ones where we use these batteries. And even of course the UPS which is there in your house, even there we use these cells, or we use these batteries are used. The last one of course is the wire, which is very important, and this wire is the one which helps in the current, in the flow of current, right? So this is the conductor through which current flows. So therefore this wire, you just have to draw a straight line. Just draw the lines which will indicate or which will represent the wire. Am I clear, children? So these are the things that you have to study, and these are the things which you have to learn to draw: the electronic component and their symbols. So as we have already discussed, the symbol for the electrical cell, it has a positive and a negative terminal, and this is already discussed, and the symbol for this cell has a longer line and a short line, and the long line shows the positive terminal and the short line is the negative terminal. Then a battery is a combination of two or more cells. In a battery, the positive terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of another cell. And I have also discussed with you the different devices where the battery is used. Now let us understand what are electrical circuits. An electrical circuit, how will you define? It is a continuous conducting path consisting of wires, bulbs, switches, etc. between the two terminals of a cell or a battery, along with an electric current flow, is known as an electric circuit. Electric circuit. Now here, what is a circuit diagram? What we have drawn over there. Now, a circuit diagram tells us how the various components of an electric circuit have been connected by using the electrical symbols of the components. Am I clear? So, a simple circuit can be made of a cell, an electric bulb, switch and wires. Can you see there? On the slide, you can see both the pictures. You can see the picture of an electrical circuit where the switch is closed. So when the switch is closed, there will be electric current flowing. So when there is flow of electric current, the bulb will glow. Okay. The next is you have the open electric circuit. Now in the open electric circuit, there will be no flow of current. What do I mean by saying open electric circuit? You can see that switch over there which is open, right? It's not connected to the other end of the wire. So there will be no flow of current and hence the bulb will not glow. So this is a very simple electrical circuit, and you just have to understand and you have to learn to draw the simple electric circuit if it is asked. And you can also try doing this at home. You can just take a cell, a small bulb, and you just connect one side of the positive and the negative terminal, like how it is done in the slide. You can see that picture over there. The same way you try to connect and make the bulb glow. Now let us try to understand what we mean by telling heating effect of electric current. So production of heat in an electric device due to the flow of electric current is called the heating effect of electric current. Now you would have seen in your houses electrical cookers or electric bulbs or room heaters. Now all these appliances work on this concept of heating effect of electric current. Okay, so we will continue with that later, but here there's a small activity which you can try to do at home, but do it carefully. So you take, this is an activity, you try to make an electric circuit of your own. What you do, you take a piece of wire, okay, and tie it between two nails. Can you see the two nails over there? and then after a few seconds, first you tie it between the two nails and you make an electrical circuit over there connected to a cell and a switch. So the cell is the source of energy over there, or the source of electric current. You close the switch. As soon as you close the switch, just close the switch for a few seconds and then switch it off, and then touch the wire. You will see that the wire is hot. The wire feels hot, that is when it is on. Then after you switch it off, okay, the wire again, it does not feel hot after few minutes. It does not feel hot because there is no flow of electric current. So when there is a flow of electric current, the wire becomes hot. And when it is switched off, the wire, or it cools down again. So this is just a small activity which tells you that, or which shows you what is the meaning of heating effect of electric current. So if you're doing it at home, try to do it very carefully under the guidance of your parents. Very simple, very easy, just a wire, two nails and a battery and a switch, which you can do. And if you want, you touch the wire when it is switched off. As soon as it gets switched off, you touch the wire. You will feel the hotness. Now let us summarize the important points. Electric current is nothing but flow of electrons through a conductor. Convenient to represent electric components by symbols. Using these, an electric circuit can be represented by a circuit diagram. So with the help of the symbols, you can draw a circuit diagram. Electric circuit is a complete pathway of the flow of electric current. Cell provides energy for the current to flow. Bulb lights up when an electric current flows through it. Switch keeps the circuit off or on. Connecting wires help to conduct the electric current and complete the circuit. Now children, try to answer these questions and write it in your notebook. Fill in the blanks. Longer line in the symbol for a cell represents its dash terminal. The combination of two or more cells is called a dash. Answer the following. Define electric current. Next, draw the symbols to represent the following components of electrical circuits: connecting wires, switch in the off position, bulb, and switch in the on position. The next main, state true or false. To make a battery of two cells, the negative terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of the other cell. Now children, I hope you are all writing your assignments in your classwork book. Thank you children, and have a good day.